Okay, so take two. I literally filmed this entire video and forgot to turn on my mic. So yeah, let's do this again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite fast growing plants. So there's quite a few of them here, so let's just get started because I don't want to make a long intro. But before we do so, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and yeah, let's just jump right in. Okay, so plant number one is my Hoya Vitellinoides. So this one is my large leaf veiny Hoya, which is just so absolutely stunning. It came to me with just 2 leaves and now it has 7. So as you can see, in the few months that I've had it growing in my care, it's just exploded in growth. I honestly can't say that this is a slow growing Hoya because it's just so stinking fast, and especially you don't expect that out of a large leaf Hoya because a lot of them grow so incredibly slowly. But this one, not the case. Definitely a favorite of mine, and I always talk about this Hoya in my Instagram stories, on my Instagram posts, on my YouTube. I literally can't rave about this plant enough, so I'm sure you guys know this is a fast growing Hoya, it's an easy Hoya, and it's just my favorite Hoya. Next up is my Philodendron Micans. So this one is also a very stunning plant. It grows so quickly because it's like smaller leaf and it like kind of trails. Very easy philodendron for sure. I'm constantly chopping this plant up and just sticking it back into the pot after it's rooted so that I can literally make this pot so incredibly bushy and full, because that is the look I'm going for. I like to have my micans kind of trailing and just looking beautiful as opposed to trellis up or even growing up a moss pole. I like to just let it grow naturally and like flowing down a shelf. That is the goal with this one. Next up is another Hoya. So this one is my Hoya Elliptica. So it's the turtle shell Hoya. Very cute. So it has very beautiful, stunning foliage, which resembles a turtle shell. So not a lot of Hoyas look like that. I don't know how else to describe it. Not a lot of Hoyas look like this, and it's just so amazing. It's constantly throwing out new leaves, and I originally got it as an unrooted cutting, and now it's rooted so well, acclimated so well to the leca. There was no transfer shock, and now it's growing up this beautiful trellis and just looking really nice and full. So I don't have a lot of big Hoyas, and this is one of the Hoyas that I have so many leaves. Like, I can't even believe it. I honestly thought it would like be a very slow grower, but it grows literally like a weed. Next up, I want to talk about my Aglaonema Silver Bay. So this one is honestly my favorite common houseplant that I always talk about. I always feature this on my Instagram, on my YouTube, literally anywhere where anyone will listen, I'll talk about this plant. So this is honestly very fast growing for an Aglaonema with its very stunning foliage. I love kind of the silvery dark green and also light green foliage. There's like such a good nice pattern to it, and I find that Aglaonemas don't generally grow really quickly, but for this one, even though it takes a while for each leaf to go from the beginning stages of emerging to its final like unfurled state, it's literally constantly growing. So it may take some time for that one leaf to grow, but it's like always in the process of growing. So it's never really just stagnant and like not doing anything. The only time I would say it's slowed down is when it's flowering. So I tend to always cut off the Aglaonema flowers because I just don't like the flowers, and I'd rather have more stunning foliage, which is essentially the plant that I have right now. And it's huge. Like, look at this. It's like literally the size of like my torso. So very amazing. Okay, next up I want to talk about is my Philodendron Pastazanum. So this one, definitely one of the easier philodendrons, and it's so fast growing that I honestly can't even complain, because I got this as a single leaf plant, which was this leaf, this ugly little leaf, and it's only been a few months and it threw out 2 new leaves. So this one, and on its 3rd leaf. So there's literally a growth point here with a leaf poking out. Very hard to see because it's towards the back, but yeah, I can definitely see new leaf coming, lots of root growth, very much enjoying the leca life, and I honestly don't have anything bad to say about this plant. You should definitely get it if you're into fast growing philodendrons. And although it's not like a velvety philodendron, it's like, it gives me gloriosum vibes, but honestly much easier. Next up on the list is my Hoya Nummularioides pink corona. So this is my beautiful plant. It's honestly humongous, and look at the size of it. So I literally bought this when it was half the size. I got this towards the end of summer. So in the fall and winter, it doubled in size. So I don't even know what I did right with this plant, but it's clearly enjoying the leca life and also my grow lights, and it doesn't get burned somehow. It doesn't get sun stress. It's just fuzzy. It's wonderful, and it gives me no trouble. And honestly, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So if anything, it's more of a problem of like trying to contain it because it's just such a vigorous grower. Next up is my Anthurium Magnificum. So this one is this beautiful seedling that I got, and originally I was really upset with this plant because it was pretty much unrooted and it kept growing very disgusting looking half-eaten leaves like that one. But since then it's finally threw out this beautiful leaf, and I don't know if this is still considered a seedling because it's starting to grow very big leaves. I can't say enough good things about this one because it's rooted really well now, and it's just really enjoying being in leca with its nutrients and just such a fast grower. It's grown like literally 5 leaves in my care. Some of the older leaves did die off, which is why like I don't have that many leaves, but the leaves that I do have, there's quite a few of these in here. So very fast grower, very easy, such a good kind of beginner friendly anthurium compared to something hard like, you know, a queen anthurium, king anthurium. Leave those when you're more kind of intermediate to advanced level, but for the beginner, definitely get the Magnificum. Next up is another Hoya. So this one is my Hoya Bella Reverse Variegated. So it has the variegation on the inside with the cream color, and then the green is on the outside border. So such a nice plant. I originally had a much fuller looking plant, and it was growing, so just growing so quickly that I couldn't even contain it on this little trellis. But the thing is that it got hit with mealybugs. So once, you know, you get like a pest infestation, it's a little bit hard for the plant to kind of grow as quickly. So it took some time for it to like gather itself, and it was set back, so it wasn't growing for a little bit, but now it's shooting out some new leaves. So there's some leaves over here right where my palm is, and that's a little new shoot that decided to form, and I see like 4 new leaves forming. So it's finally happy again, but I would say if it wasn't hit with mealybugs, it would literally be like 3 times the size of when I first got it. It's just such a fast grower, not easy to root, so be careful with that, but definitely a very fast grower once it actually has roots. Okay, I think down to my last 2 plants. So this one is my Anthurium Forgetti. So very cute. This is also a seedling with its new leaf right here. So it's still a maroon color, meaning it's still going to be growing bigger, and hopefully it'll be bigger than this leaf, which was the previous leaf that came out to my care. And I can't wait for, you know, this to get really big because I really enjoy this Forgetti, and it's just so stunning, like with the silver veining and the dark green leaf. It's just nothing bad to say about this plant. Honestly, nothing bad to say about any of these plants. But this one, definitely a fast grower. I couldn't even imagine like how fast the roots have been growing. Like they're literally all over, poking out through the drainage holes, and just I need to shift this up in the pot and probably give it a bigger pot. Okay, last plant. So this one is one of the plants I'm honestly constantly talking about, and it's the Syngonium Wendlandii, also called Variegated. I don't really know, but I personally call it the Wendlandii. And this is the new leaf that came out, and look how long and stunning it is. I just love how velvety and like just long each of the leaves look. They're very different from like other Syngoniums, because I find like some Syngoniums look a little bit too like fat and short, which I don't like that leaf shape unless it's a heart shape. But just like if it's this leaf shape, I like it really long and skinny, which is what this Wendlandii is giving me. So very happy with that, and it's constantly throwing out these like little baby leaves at the bottom. So there's a few like separate plants here with one big plant as the mother plant. So such a happy little plant, and I can't say enough good things about it because it's honestly my favorite Syngonium in my collection, and just the absolute best. That's pretty much all the plants I wanted to talk about today. I hope I didn't overwhelm you guys with so many different plants and just talking so quickly. I'm like honestly really out of breath. But because it was the second time that I'm filming this, I just wanted to kind of condense the information and not make a really long video. And yeah, those are the plants that I'm really enjoying right now, and they are my beautiful fast growing plants. Comment down below which one is your favorite fast growing plant. I would love to know. I would say out of all of these, the fastest absolute fastest is probably my Wendlandii, which is the very last plant that I talked about. It's in no way any particular order. It was just like whatever was closest to me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.